Coach, cheers to an unbeaten May.
We here back in Philly. It's been some trip.
Absolutely. So, Philadelphia Union currently has an 11-game unbeaten streak across all competitions. 9 of those matches were in May. Have you had a chance to sit down and reflect on the month you just experienced?
No, and I'm not sure we're ever going to. After each match is before the next match. And we've always just now been kind of resetting, refocusing on the very next match at hand. And probably, after the last trip in Dallas, everyone went their different ways and gone on different journeys now. So, with Nate getting his late call up, which was fantastic for the whole group. We had a big celebration after in the locker room because we got the email just then and there. So that was pretty fun to be part of and distribute that information. But then there were so many guys gone. Now it's just a bit of maintenance, kind of doing an emotional and physical reset. We've got a friendly game now on the weekend against Atlas, so we can't just ease around too much. We still have to have some focus and some dedication to what we're doing. But just trying to let the guys just enjoy the moment. The guys have been incredible this last month. We've been challenged, we've been up, we've been down, and we found a way to manage all these things and bounce back every 2-3 days. So proud of them.
So now, after this streak, you're at the top of the East and you're in the front of the Supporters Shield race. How satisfying is it to enter the international break with that?
Yeah, you can look at out of it of two different eyes, with two different eyes. One, you could be like really happy and whatever, but it's match day 17, it's not 34, right? And then when there's a break, you lose momentum. And I think we were on a really good run of momentum. It's unfortunate, at the end of the Dallas game that we picked up an injury to Mika and Ty Baribo. So we're going to have to monitor and assess those guys. But I thought for the large part of the month we came out unscathed. Just happy to have this reset now.
So I pulled some numbers from the month of May for you. 0 losses over 9 matches, 9 unique starting 11s, 22 different starters, 6 wins across all comps, 18 goals scored, and 11 goal scorers. Those are some pretty impressive statistics. Are there any that stand out to you the most?
Sounds like a proactive soccer team who presses and runs a lot and invests a lot of energy. And I think it's a signature of mine. Every club I coach, we've always tried to say the next man up, and everyone's got a shot and everyone's got a chance. And we train the way we like to play games, and everyone's ready. And to be ready, you have to be called upon, and when you're called upon, you have to do the job. And I think everyone's done that. So again, I think this might be new here, but I think this is just I've experienced this before in the teams I've been part of, and it's pretty cool just to see the development and the process, and the trust and the belief that I'm going to get my minutes, I'm going to get my game time. That's the most rewarding, because it's tough for guys to sit on the bench all day long or all month long and not get a sniff, and the team's doing well and they feel like disjointed from the rest of the group. But the staff's been amazing. I've got everybody on board, everyone's being collective and investing in the guys who even played the least minutes. So I'm proud of the staff and the way we've managed this, and just to keep the belief and the hunger, because that's the only way to achieve success and greatness, is if you stick together.
And you're speaking about this collective team mindset. It took the entire team to get to this level of success and consistency over the month. It took a lot of rotation. Can you take us into the behind the scenes behind how you rotated your squad and those decisions throughout the month, and what that took to find the best combination throughout all of those games?
Some of it is opposition related, some of it is physical load and output. I think some of that's Ryan Carter and myself, we catch up every day after training, and then we discuss with the technical team about who's better filled in those positions and for how long we think they should go for. So I think it's also, we have the collective on the outside with the team, but there's also the team within the team on the same page and synchronized and very aligned with what we're trying to do. So the load management is a big piece of it. So and then we just try and put relationships together and see how that goes, and getting Ben Bender minutes as well in the last couple of games, which was great to see, because we knew we were missing a few guys. So to get him a few minutes and going on, and I thought he did really well in Dallas. So it's just again, I don't want to you know, it's not a fantasy. This is real. You know, this is happening. It's not a fairy tale, right? But it takes a lot to get there. But again, it's match day 17. It's not 34, and I won't rest until it's 34.
Match day 17, halfway through. MLS play resumes on June 14th. Philadelphia Union will host Charlotte FC. What will the next 2 weeks look like with having players away, some here in Chester? Yeah,
it's pretty disjointed, to be fair, and we got the friendly game, the scrimmage against Atlas, which is always tough against Mexican opposition. There's always a distinct style of play and a clash of styles and philosophies. We're going to just see who's available and who's ready, and you know, we've got all this accumulative fatigue going on with the rest of the guys who are here in the building. So we're just trying to manage that in the right way, and then, you know, with Ryan Richter doing such a great job down at Union 2, you know, getting a great win in Cincinnati and seeing who played there, and now they play their friendly against Auckland City, and then now 2-3 days later it's Atlas. So we're going to have a couple of meetings along the next couple of days just to see and juggle how we can best fit the team and make everybody happy here.
So when the team starts to come back together and people start trickling back in from international duty, what can you do as a staff to help keep that momentum going within the group and get them excited again about what they just accomplished and what's to come?
I think it's two-part. I think the guys here who are not part of a national team setup, how do you get them energized? Because I think going to represent your country, it's a pretty cool thing. So you don't need to motivate for that, and I think they come back with all new experiences and different travel experiences. And I know as a player, I love traveling. Even as a coach now, I love going to different places and seeing different cultures and tasting different coffee, you know, from all parts of the country. The most important thing. You know, imagine, you know, the guys who aren't here, they see the same building, the same staff, everything's always the same monotony. So just to try and mix up the routine. So like this week, I'm not even talking about our philosophy, not even talking about, you know, Atlas, not even talking about identity right now. We're just trying to maintain the week and have a lot of fun together as a group. And yeah, we'll come up with nice ways, and I've got something up my sleeve.
All right. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Yeah. 17 down, 17 regular season Major League Soccer games to go. What are your hopes for the second half of the season?
Yeah, your hopes are always that you can replicate what you did in the first 17. We knew the schedule's a little off balance. The first 17 were home favor. The away, sort of the next 17 are more favoring the away sort of travel segments. So we've got, you know, a few more trips to go to, but the way we've traveled the last couple of weeks, and with 5 road wins, we can be very comfortable of going on our travels. And trying to just set new targets, keep the guys inspired, get them motivated, and looking forward to something. And you know, I'd love to reset the league table, you know, and start everybody at 0 again. So maybe we'll do that.
Do you have a favorite moment from the first half of the season so far? I know it's really hard. There's been some incredible ones.
Maybe the 3-2 comeback against Galaxy. I don't know, the dying at the death there, the team just never wavered. They just put, you know, being 2-0 down, fighting your way back, and then, you know, winning the game in the last couple of seconds, which was an amazing experience to be part of. And, you know, I know we've been on the receiving end of some of those, but that's why when it happens in your favor, it's that much more sweeter.
It's funny you mentioned that one. I actually asked a couple of the guys the same thing, and that's one that they selected as well. So you guys must have that collective mindset on the same page.
That's good.
Well, Coach, cheers to another exciting half of the season.
Thank you.